Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Leftovers reaction. This is season 3 episode 2 and it's called Don't Be Ridiculous. Like the rest of the show hasn't been ridiculous all this time. In the last episode I just focus on the book of Kevin. The fact that Matt and Michael were compiling a documentation of all the weird stuff that Kevin has been able to do, mostly coming back from the dead twice, and they're forming it into some sort of gospel. From what I could tell, at the very least they're telling his life story, and Kevin is understandably annoyed about this. I mean, I say understandably, nobody's got the right to tell your story except for you, or at least you should be consulted, and Michael and Matthew have done neither. So yeah, there's a little bit of conflict there. It's 3 years on, we're approaching the 7-year anniversary of the departure. Mary's absolutely fine still, but Matt's being a bit controlling over her and she's planning on leaving, and that's about it really. The jumps in time kind of make everything that's gone on before a little bit irrelevant for the time being. We also had a glimpse of Nora in the future, where she's denying ever knowing Kevin. And the old woman said, "Do you know a Kevin?" So did the book not succeed? Was it ever published? I don't know. Let's just get on with this, shall we? Whoa! That seemed like a soft landing.
The man didn't shower for 5 years. Hygiene was not a priority.
Can you please describe your relationship to the missing person?
He was my husband.
Oh. Why was he on
Your
top
husband,
of that
what was he
thing for 5 years?
doing up there on that pillar?
Yes.
What?
Yes. What do you think he was doing up there?
It was a watchtower.
I think it was an elaborate coping mechanism
Coping mechanism for what?
for whatever pain he was suffering.
Honey, he wanted to suffer.
I take it you're here to yell at me about the book?
What book?
The one I gave Kevin. He didn't tell you?
Oh, no, he told me. I'm staying out of it.
He burnt it, didn't he?
So, you want to tell me where the man on the pillar is?
It's my understanding he departed. I didn't witness it myself, but that's what people saw.
People also saw you with his wife.
You know, that poor woman lived across the bridge in that horrible encampment for 3 years just to be close to her husband. And when they finally allowed her back in, she pitched her tent right at the base of that pillar and took care of him every single day, even though he never acknowledged her, never gave a word of thanks. Her loyalty and devotion, I've never seen anything like it.
So he set this up, hasn't he?
He had a heart attack. He fell and he died, and his wife brought him to the church and asked me to give him a Christian burial. And she asked me to promise not to say anything, but I didn't lie, Nora. I did not. He deserves a legacy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're creating a legacy. So they're making him out to be the Messiah as well.
Me. Hello.
Don't interrupt.
You know what happened
Rude.
to him? What really happened?
Have a good day. God bless.
Is this a secure line?
Who is this?
It's Mark Lynn Baker.
Who?
Yeah.
Mark Lynn Baker. I'm calling on behalf of a third party, and they've asked me to ask you, would you like to see your children again?
What?
You need to follow up with something more than that.
Aaron and Jeremy, would you like to see them again? I'm at the Crown Central in St. Louis. Just ask for Mark Lynn Baker.
Yeah.
This is real.
If it's real, why didn't you just bring the children to her to prove it? It doesn't seem legit with so little information, but you got to check it out, I suppose. With Kevin.
There are a couple types of radiation. Non-ionizing and ionizing. Now, there are a couple types of that. There's alpha, beta, gamma, and neutron. Neutron is rare. You only find it near particle accelerators or reactors. And yet, trace amounts were cataloged within the first 48 hours following October 14th at sites where departures occurred.
Yeah, she's not taking it seriously.
I know what you're thinking.
Good.
It made me go to a hotel in Phoenix. I felt the same way you do right now when I heard it the first time. Her name was Lauren.
Uh-huh. Where's Lauren now?
She went through. They will call you on this with a formal invitation and instructions. All you have to do is answer it. This is a digital record of the people who have gone through 119 testimonials. They are not hapless suckers, not victims. Each and every one of them had to pass an IQ test to qualify. There's a Nobel laureate in there.
That doesn't mean anything. You can still be taken in by a
Are
con.
you married, Mark?
It could still be a con. What do we reckon? Con? Sounds like a con. There's bound to be some sort of truth behind it. Otherwise, why bring it up?
December 4, 1969. This is today Philadelphia Inquirer. I'm of sound mind and body.
My name is Marilyn J. Oshima.
Okay then, so we've got a lot of people saying that they're of sound mind and body. What happened to them? Is this the new temporary bridge over to Jordan?
Evening, ma'am. License and registration, please.
My boyfriend's the chief of police in this town. You think I can get off with a warning, officer?
Consider yourself warned. Kevin adopted me when I was 3. I don't even remember that. I grew up thinking he was my real dad. And when I was 10, he and my mom decided that I should know about my real father, my biological father.
Yeah, we know what he was like as well.
I spent the next 10 years of my life knocking on some asshole's fucking door who wanted nothing to do with me. He'd moved on. He had a new family. So I wish they wouldn't have told me, because I was already where I belonged.
Well, do you know what I wish? I wish you'd never left her from me.
I didn't leave Lily for you, Nora. I left it for my dad. I didn't even know you existed.
I mean, I think he could have explained that in a little bit more of a nicer way. Going to show the body of Mr. Towerman.
You are a heartless bitch.
Yeah. You would see it that way. You can just remove it now that Nora's gone. I don't know if that really proved anything. Oh, you're not supposed to see that.
I tear it off every time.
Kevin's messed up, isn't he?
It's okay.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain, Kevin.
I want to have a baby. With you.
That's not quite the reply he was looking for.
Sorry.
No.
Are you happy?
Yes.
I'm
Liar.
happy too.
Definitely liar.
Let's not fuck that up, okay?
Oh, and that'll be the
Yes?
someone calling about the thing.
Yes.
Thank you for answering the call. Someone is standing by to meet you at the Ground Central in Melbourne, Australia. Can you be there by Tuesday with $20,000 in cash?
No.
Yes, I can do that.
Excellent. We'll see you then.
I need to go to Australia. Just for a couple of days.
Oh, that's where she ended up, isn't it? So
Can I come with you?
she's never coming back.
Yeah.
Good evening.
G'day, sweetheart. Ladies? May I ask why you're blocking my driveway?
No, you may not.
Are you chief of police?
Indeed I am.
Is your name Kevin?
Indeed it is.
Oh?
And he looked at them and raised his hand, but they did not wave in response. And so he clutched the stone to his chest and jumped into the water.
What? That's,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
you got the wrong Kevin, wrong chief of police.
I know who you are.
What the?
Jesus, Florence!
He wasn't coming.
Yeah. So they've read the. So these women have read the book, but they don't know who the right Kevin is.
It's all right. You're amongst friends.
It doesn't seem like it.
We know who you are.
Oh, they're going to try and prove he can come back from the dead by killing him. Oh dear. That's not going to go well. Oh dear. They've just killed someone innocent. Okay. So they're definitely looking for our Kevin. But the clues aren't pointing in a definitive direction, so they're
Hey!
floundering in the dark. Oh,
What are you ladies up to?
that's how they know. Of course, because he was in Australia when he was trying to communicate with our Kevin. Okay then, that was a really good episode actually. I really like that. Someone's contacting Nora, saying that she can be reunited with her children. That sounds like a con. Yeah, if someone comes up to you and says that they can offer you the only cure to your problem, when everybody else says there is no cure to your problem, or that they haven't found one yet, and then the person that offers the cure starts demanding large sums of money, we're generally built to be rather sceptical of that. Nora, of course, isn't, because she's desperate, and this is what con men and, well, con artists prey on, is vulnerability and desperation. So yes, it's looking like a con, but everything else in this show that's even slightly supernatural, apart from the departure itself, like Isaac's ability to tell the future, Tommy and Wayne's ability to hug problems out of people, all that, they've all been presented as being fake and being real. And in the case of some, real and fake, and real and then fake. So there's a lot of ambiguity as to what's real and what's fake as far as the supernatural stuff goes. So this con that Nora's on might not be a con, but we do see her in the future in Australia and not with her children. So did it not work? Was it a con? Or did she just choose? Did she choose to back out of it at the last second, but then stay in Australia? And then we've got the group of women. They've just killed the chief of police in their town. And I'm sure if they'd checked with Kevin's father, you know, maybe waited 10 minutes, he could have confirmed that that wasn't the right Kevin. But they didn't. Now they're murderers. What did they want of Kevin? Yeah, our Kevin. What did they want of him? Should they be able to find him? Well, obviously they want to prove that he is who the book says he is. That he can return from the dead. That might just be in Jordan. We've got no idea how that works anywhere else in the country or in the world. Is it just to believe in something, or is there something they want Kevin to actually do physically? Interesting. So this book that Matt and apparently Michael and John have all been working on, which hasn't been burnt, even though Kevin was tempted to do so. What does it contain? Is it a gospel according to Matt? The gospel of Kevin according to Matt? Is that how gospels work? I don't know. But has he written it as a biography or as a religious tenet? Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm out of my depth here. Either way, it's had some sort of pull. Okay then, I suppose I'll better get on with the next episode. Crazy white fella thinking. I still don't know where this is going to end up. Even if it, I don't know if this is even going to have an ending. As such, it's not going to be tidily wrapped up like other shows. It feels like it's just going to sort of tell its story until the last episode, and then it just tails off. Use your imagination, sort of thing. That's the way it feels at the moment. I hope it does get wrapped up at least a little bit, but I'm not counting on it at the moment. Okay then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep well. Bye bye.